Hi guys, it's Harvin coming at you with another game of Geometry Dash, and we're going to try to be Geometrical Dominator. I think, I just ran into the wall there. That's not, like, really foreshadowing greatness. It's not looking great from the start, but I promise it should be slightly more promising than all of that. I mean, I don't know if we're going to beat it. We could, though. Don't judge the likelihood of it based on that bit alone, is what I mean to say. Well, I mean, that was still... Look, if you were watching earlier, you would have seen me just, like, do way worse than that for a little while, so it'll be okay. And then we'll do a bunch of medium difficulty parts that are actually pretty low difficulty. And then I did the thing again. I got distracted by the glowing eyes. Held it down too far, clearly. And that one, that's more of like an artifact of me still processing that I was dead. And they both count the same. But that's the good thing about the reincarnation of Green Block. Green Blockington is like very brave. He knows it doesn't matter how many times I crash him into the wall. Hey, Bouncy Block. Hey, Q. Just getting back at it. Hey, Potato. Yeah, we got to 57% earlier today, not earlier in the run. But I've got a good feeling about it. We did a bunch of practice earlier too, again. So if we get to the memory part and we crash out on it, then I'll just go into practice and hack away at it a bit. But I'm hopeful that we'll just, run right through it. I forgot to jump. Potato. Hey, Rose. Potato, you asked Fire to beat blast processing? Yes, I did. I think that's true. Yeah, I beat it the other day. Didn't I? Yes. It all runs together. Oh my goodness. If I could just stop running into that specific wall, well, then I could die to something more respectable later. That would be good. But as I think I said out loud earlier, we could just, rather than practice a specific part, just, wing it. And are you joking? All right. So what I need to do there, right, is go up, and then you can glide down some, but I need to, like, stabilize and try to start flying straight significantly earlier than I'm doing there. That might be obvious to you. It's obvious to me, too, because I crashed doing what I was doing. So, like, so. Okay, and there, yeah, so the theory was fine. I just, went down instead of straight. So, implementation, leaving significantly much to be desired. There wasn't music. That's why I died. I need to do a lot of things. I have a dream about, like, an input for my computer. It's got to exist. I've just never had one. But like a foot pedal that you could bind to whatever button. Obviously it has to exist, right? I just never have had one. Because you could get it for, like, push to talk on Discord, right? Or you could, bind it to next song or any other thing that you needed. Like, whenever I'm planting wheat in Minecraft, and man, I plant a lot of wheat in Minecraft. Y'all don't even know unless you know, and then you could appreciate that I may be understating it even some. If I could just, like, put my foot on the ground and that could be my planting, like, oh, I could do so much more. A cool foot pedal would not protect me there. I mean, there's like racing pedals and stuff, but I wanted it all the time whenever I was playing World of Warcraft. Because, like, when you're doing 40-man raids, it's important to not talk when you're not supposed to. Or cough. Or I crashed. Unbelievable. And yet totally believable. They do exist, Bouncy Block, you say? You've seen them? Awesome. I gotta look into that. Re-look into it. There's a bunch of stuff that I mean to buy, but then I get, like, decision paralysis about it, and I end up not buying anything, which is fine. I mean, I buy plenty of stuff. It's just, like, snacks and rent. I just... Yeah, much better there, because this part... I forgot to jump again. I was like, now remember, don't jump into the one thing. So instead of jumping into the Frake Orb, well, I didn't jump at all, which is, in a way, the same as not jumping into the orb, and yet, okay. So maybe just fly through there and not try to hit the bottom at all. And if we hit the bottom, we know we can adjust. I don't know. Rocking along the bottom can't be, like, the ideal way to do it. It just can't. Alright, yeah. I think it's just that the bottom is safe because this is a level that's not supposed to be super difficult. Bouncy Block, you say, do I think I'll ever come back to Clutterfunk? Yeah, in spite of me being, like, all dramatic and saying that I wasn't going to, I think I will. Certainly when I run out of mainline levels that are, easier, which I think is happening soon. Because I quite enjoyed... me. I quite enjoy the game. I often get defeatist. I don't want to blame it on the format here. If I was, like, playing this by myself without, like, talking and without, like, being in public and stuff, I wouldn't get, like, so, like, I'm terrible. It's more like I'm trying to, process my emotions and feelings about it in real time, which is not it's not my habit to do that. And in fact, I try not to do it unless it's about a video game. But it also lends me, whenever I'm feeling, discouraged, if I communicate that, it's not in, like, a very mature way sometimes. It's like, I'm never going to play this game again, which, like, afterwards is, I won't say embarrassing, that's not the right word. But it's sort of like being embarrassed. And, like, I'm aware that I'm not, like, terribly emotionally mature. And, like, people don't, like, make fun of me for it or anything, but, it lends me to saying stuff that I'm not, like, happy about saying, like, mainly, like, I'm never gonna play this game again, which is, like, it's so childish. But again, I'm not, like, embarrassed about it, because it is what I'm feeling in those moments, and that's, like, sort of the heart of this project, right? Project, as such, of me talking to myself while I play video games, my lifelong dream. But no, if I ever do come back to Clutterfunk, it would certainly be because, like, because people believed in me all along. I would, like I said, I wouldn't have said, I'm going to quit this game on Clutterfunk. I would have quit, like, I don't know, probably Jumper, if I even got there. If I had just been playing for myself, I think. Because it's interesting how encouragement can, you know, influence people pretty heavily, even when they're aware of it, right? Alright, and this, and then here, those are invisible and so are those, and we just need to do this little number here. That's right, you gotta go further down. Ah, well, you know, we'll get better on that the next one. It's all fine. Just I forgot everything about that rocket ship part, and I was just oopsie. You say it's the same way for you? Yeah, I had a 57% earlier, which is just a little bit further than that, but it's like sometimes when I know I'm about to die, I just like close my eyes like that's gonna help. I'm like, no, if you look away, then it just won't happen to you. And then, you know, that peaceful poor green blockhead falling apart again sound. No creature in creation has as much to blame me for as this poor green block. Oh no, not again. I'm so sorry, Mr. Green Block. But I'm afraid you're probably gonna die again too. These are the kind of things that, you know, what we could call from Nietzsche the perpetual return to the same, you know, inure us to. Like you can't get away from the nature of things. If you're this green block, your nature is to suffer my incompetences forever. I really thought we were through the portal there. The green block knows better, and yet it's already forgotten. He's a weird frog thing now. It's all good, you know. And in that, I think there's a lot of peacefulness. I mean, until you die again, obviously. Obviously, then some of the peace dissipates. But you can always come back for more. But I think I've said this before, but when I was talking about Celeste the other day, but Geometry Dash is why I went back to Celeste actually, which is a beautiful game, and I still haven't like got all the way through it. But I had like gotten discouraged and given up, and then like just dying so much in Geometry Dash, just so many times. I was like, you know what, maybe 400 isn't that many. Uh, again at the exact same spot. That might have been like the pixel where I crashed on that earlier decent run. Okay, so definitely need to cut the descent significantly faster. Faster, earlier. You know, both. Either. Some of each. I... Wonderful. Magnificent. Marvelous. Maybe next time I'll just fall in right there. I mean, I guess I have... Oh my. Like, what what philosophically is a hard section, right? Because I keep saying these aren't hard sections, and yet I die on them all the time. Is what I mean that I don't think they should be? That's probably it. I'm just like dropping a word. I think maybe I did good. If I ever do really good on a section like the first time I see it, then I don't forgive myself for dying on it in the future. The problem too with the rocket ship play is it's not. I don't know how to like. How do you say it's not a matter of like theory? Like I know what to do. It's a matter of being so bad at the game that I won't do it properly most of the time or some of the time. That one I don't know about. That one, I don't know what's going on there. Probably focusing more on the phrasing of my rant. That can happen. You know, theoretically you could die there. I didn't think I would be dying there. What? I saw it. I saw it as soon as poor little green laser beam blockhead man died. No, slightly just before. When the angle turned, when I timed the wave like, you know, wrong, resulting in my demise, right there, I saw it. I saw it get drawn on the screen. That one, I don't know. I don't know if I saw that one when it was happening. That might have been like something in the past. Man. I don't want to be defeatist. I'm having those feelings again. Like I'm literally never going to beat another level in this game. It's alright. I'm not upset about it. I mean, theoretically, I should be able to get through that part without dying on it all the time, right? Certainly, that's not conceptually harder than like the part on like Time Machine or Cycles, and yet I keep on dying on it. You are joking. What do I blame besides myself? Not the color scheme, it's awesome. Not the little dinosaurs, they've suffered enough. I guess just need to learn to play. No. Unlikely. Okay. Sure. Whatever. Maybe I should go play Clutterfunk again. I'm not having a lot of luck here. I can't even get to the part that I'm not going to do well on. I am just happy that I finally decided to temporarily die on a different side of that obstacle. Because I'd been dying at, like, you know, the upper side of it for a while, and that must have been lonely. Alas. That was close. If any part of that part wasn't automatic, I would have died on it. Okay. Awesome. Terrible. Well, I'll say that rude thing I say all the time. At least it doesn't look like the beginning of Polargeist. Oh man. Oh no, not again. Yes, again. Alright, I think I'm gonna go play a different map for a bit. Fantastic. Like that wave part. I've probably said out loud like 15 times. I don't think this part's hard. So why am I dying on it? Like literally why? It's not because I'm wrong about it not being hard. I mean, I know why I'm not very good at the game. I've only been playing this game for, like 40 hours. I mean, in a month. Which is like some Geometry Dash, but it's certainly not a lot of it. Some of y'all have told me your times, and, they are impressive. Here we go up and drop down. Not again! Yes, again. I mean, clearly and very obviously again. I didn't even have time to say out loud, now we drop down faster. It's even faster than that. Potato, you said you know me since I was trying to be Jumper. Yeah, I, like I was saying earlier in the stream, you would have witnessed me saying a lot of stuff about quitting the game before I could beat it. I would have been like, I can do this, and then been like, I'm never going to be able to do it. Jumper was tough. I wish I hadn't done that. And so what I was saying about the easy wave portion, right? Alright, so we're just gonna do like 1 or 2 more runs here. And then I think we'll jump over to Clutterfunk and do some more practice mode on it. Because I haven't even beat Clutterfunk in practice mode, right? I got locked by something. I don't even remember what it was. It's probably, well, I do know what it was without remembering what it is in game. It was, like frustration. Which, the proximate cause could have been anything. It was probably somewhat Geometry Dash, but I forgot to jump again. Fantastic. But I would, I would like to beat this level, but, maybe some other day. I would like to get slightly further than we got before, though. But I don't remember, like, anything about Clutterfunk, but as I say that, like, a lot of it's sort of coming back to me. You know, you do the thing, and suddenly there's some nouns, and then, like, another noun, all of a sudden I crashed. Anyway, that'll probably happen there, too. Basically, I remember the whole thing now that I'm thinking about it. But most importantly, there's this thing where it flips you upside down, and then you have to not do that, but I do anyway. You sort of flip upside down, and then there's like a space before a bunch of spikes, and you have to jump properly, and then you go through this other thing, and there's a window, and oh man, let me tell you, I just never get through there. So I guess I remember some of Clutterfunk. But not like how to play it. Ah, that is, whatever. Let's play a different map. We'll get back to this one some other day. Alright. The angry face on the screen matches the way that I feel about that level, which theoretically I should be able to do, and yet I very clearly cannot do, so let's see about this nonsense. What a ridiculous place to die. Okay, sure. What? Oh, it's because I'm little, and it's because I'm little, and the speed is slightly different. Got it. Man, it's really messing me up, the speed difference. I remember doing better at this, but apparently I can't do this part at all. Sure. Oh. Don't think I've died there yet. That's good. That's another addition to the all death speed run. I did it again. The all death run is, of course, where you die at every single pixel on the screen. It's really based on an honor system. You're awarded no prizes. The only leaderboard is in your own heart. And you'll know when you've died literally everywhere you can die. That very clearly is not added to the run. I've died there before. Because if you're anything like me, you find that you die at the same place in Geometry Dash a lot. But what about all the other places? Are they not neglected by this? Are they not deserving of some sort of glory? So when you look at that star, sure, someone's run into that one. But what about the one at like the bottom left as soon as you get in there? And of course you can't like inorganically look for these, you know. They have to arise due to your own incompetence. And that's the glory, you know, that's the heart of the run. I forgot to jump. Terrible. Anyway, so like maybe after about like 150 runs I can get out of here one time. And then this, very obviously I'll crash like some silly way a lot. But, you know, although I'm very like jealous of my time and I don't want to give it up for anything, it's not worth anything at all to me, right? And that's why Geometry Dash is a good game for me to play. I forgot to jump. Because, you know, even if it takes a couple thousand attempts, so what? You know what, the longer it takes me, the better. Maybe I'll learn something about existence along the way. Maybe not. I don't know. If I was going to learn something about life, it probably would have happened by now, but you don't want to be negative, right? We all like to learn at our own pace. I crashed. Unbelievable. I mean, totally believable. I'm not very good. I probably should have set a checkpoint. Well, okay, what? Do you ever sometimes want to just run into the gear over and over? But then you think, no, that'll dishonor all of my honest failures, you know, that'll be counted. I don't want attempt 45 through, 90 to happen because I was just letting myself run into that thing, over and over and over. Curses. I mean, if you do it while you're complaining, that's another thing. Because, the green block is very brave, and his reincarnation is assured, but there's no reason to make him suffer totally needlessly. He already suffers enough for being involved in this affair. Is this the right level? And some of these really bleed in together. I did it again. I totally forgot this was part of it. And this is the part that I'm very bad at, right? Alright, we need to back it up some. We need to back it up more. That's further than I wanted. So I think right about there is as far as I've actually gotten. It's not ideal. Yeah, we need to back it up again. I mean, I have to say, I definitely like Clutterfunk better than the last level, even though it's harder abstractly. I feel like it moves faster, you know, you have more stuff to do. But you can see it, and that... I mean, there's some stuff you sort of have to know what to do before you probably can't react in time. Right, so right here is where I always fail, right? So you need to, like, jump through and buffer it, but... like, I'll die here like 100 more times, right? No, yeah, right, no. Yeah, this is better. So I stood here and practiced with the other day and did this, like, I know it's a meaningless thing, but like 100 times, and all I ever do is run into the thing, or die before them. I'm so bad. Like, why can't I just do it? Why can't I not do the thing that I very clearly know I'm supposed to do? You jump here, you jump, and then you drop, and then you jump, and then you wait one little thing, and then you jump. Like, why? Can't do anything right. Oh, like, you go through the size portal there, and that's why the speed gets weird. I just never noticed. Got it. There's this line in The Office where I'm probably going to say it slightly wrong, but the character says, I knew exactly what to do, but in a similar sense, I had no idea what to do. And that's me in Geometry Dash. Like, my favorite excuse is if you wanted me to draw you a picture of it, it would look bad, but I could probably describe in words what it would be like. And I could even describe in words what it would feel like to not be a failure trying to execute what I know I'm supposed to do. However, that one might be a new death, not that one. Okay, whoops. Sorry, you guys are just gonna have to chill for a second, because I will talk to myself briefly. Where is this song in my library so I can delete it? Alright. I'm sure it's a fine song. We're not gonna go on the rant. Did I just freeze up everything? I think I froze up my music. Anyway, it's not gonna get away from me. Oh, I feel so hot I can't breathe 'cause I hate them so much. I shouldn't say it. I'm very glad their music's freely available. But I despise things that are like sirens or public service messages or anything like that. Or really like audio samples of most kinds in songs. So now that's all gone. It's happened a couple of times, and I was like, you know what? Why don't I just interrupt what I'm doing and complain about it until I delete it? Because I can't be bothered to be more responsible than that. So that's what I've done. And you know, the worst part is that I actually really liked that song until the part where they did the thing that I hate. But I mean, it's not exclusive. There's a lot of stuff in music that I can't stand. Like when they do the sound of like laughing children. Why would anybody put that in a song? There's this Belle and Sebastian song where they do it, and it ruins it. It doesn't. It's still a great song, but it almost ruins it. There's this one by the Gaslight Anthem where it's just like dramatically worse because it's in there. Why does there need to be like weird indistinct sounds of people playing or car engines or ambulance sounds? Anyway, I'm gonna quit complaining about sounds I don't like in music because we don't have all night, and we need to devote at least some of the time of being here to thinking about Geometry Dash and not the things I don't like, which are, you know, myriad. I died again. Alright, we need to go into practice mode because I'm not good. And the point of this was to actually see to the end of the level, which we can't do because, well, you know, because we're not good. Why? Amazing. Well, you know. So this part will be easy enough, right? Yeah, because all you have to really know is to hold it, but drop as soon as you go over the center of the obstacle, which is not what I did. How incredibly obnoxious. Alright. I can't. I can't even get through these segments regularly enough to justify dropping a portal. Okay, I forgot to do the thing. That's just forgetting to do the thing. I don't know why I thought that was the end of the segment. Why? You don't go, you just go to the point where you go over and then it dips down. Nope, not like that though. Fantastic. Little bit more than that. I bonked my head and then And then, you know, crash the rocket, you know, in that order. Oh. So, how many runs do we think it'll take me to get through here? Once I'm, you know, done with practice mode attempts. Like 1,000? Probably. And anyway, and this is why I haven't got much further than this, because I'm just a total incompetent. I don't even know how I died there. I mean, there specifically, there generally I know how I... There I know how I died. I die there all the time. That one's not new. That one's not new either. There also, not that often. Just because it's on practice mode. I'll probably die... There I die all the time. Nothing new. Okay, whatever. I know what I'm supposed to do here. I do. It's a good thing that I finally started embracing practice mode, because... Why? Because otherwise, well... I wouldn't get the opportunity to die here. I would have given up before now. Probably. Maybe. It's hard to say. I'd probably still be stuck on cycles. If Bouncy hadn't made the custom for me. Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna be dying at those places. There I'm gonna die. But all the rest of these, that's just... You know, that's just me losing my mojo from the practice. There I'll die. I'll probably die there, you know, in a real run. But not those other places. There I'll die, and there, and there, and there. And, you know, there again. Very clearly there again. Anyway, and this is why I can't even beat it on practice mode, because I'm just, like, really, really shockingly bad. I don't even know how we can jump into that. That I know we can jump into. We were doing it while lamenting that we didn't understand how to die the other way. There I die just an embarrassing amount of the time. Not embarrassing, that's not the right word. How? What? I don't get it. It doesn't physically look like I should be running into it. I can't be arguing with the game. I sound like a moron. But it just doesn't seem like I should be running into it there. You know, let me argue with a video game about whether or not I'm dead real quick. That's a bad checkpoint. Have I not beat this level in practice mode before? I guess I've gotten right to there. Sure, there's something going on there. What? Alright, well, there's a little jumper-esque section there. That's fun. There, I was gonna say you can just jam down the input button, but that doesn't work either. You die doing that too. So not too many times, and not enough times. You know, the Goldilocks amount of times. I don't know what's going on there. I guess you just die. Sure. Like, what's the point of letting me go down there for 2 brief moments before dying? Oh, and then you go to those things upside down, those little blocks, and then you'd have to get through those to rejoin, probably. Well, not looking good. What? Okay, you know, if I have to hit those gold orbs at very specific places, this is going to be a great thing to fail at for the rest of my life. It is a good thing my time doesn't mean anything. Sure, whatever. It's like you get the coin, you think something's gonna happen here. Wrong. Wrong. What? Okay, sure. Okay, so the coin path's easier than the real one. Got it. Since I have literally no idea how the real one's supposed to work. Okay, the coin path's not easier because only some of the time do you go upwards. They're both impossible. I'm only joking. I know that a person who knows what they're doing could do it. Man, that's rough. That insection's rough. So after like 5,000 or 6,000 attempts, I'll be here, right? And I'll be like, alright, this is gonna be the time. But it won't be the time. Because I'll die like right there, probably. What? I don't understand. I don't understand. I guess I'm not supposed to hit that one. That's got to be what it is. Maybe the arc gets me down into the next gold orb. It's got to be a fake blue one there. Yeah, I can't even beat it on practice mode. It's probably gonna be like a month before I beat this level for real. But I figure I should, you know, before trying to get through it in the real mode, I should at least try to beat the segments in practice mode. Not least because I think it's unlikely that I'm just going to be able to wing the last 15%. Since I can't even do it when I've seen it. I haven't gotten like any further than this. I don't know what's going on there. I die sometimes. There I've never gone the right way and lived, I don't think. You say it's a huge roadblock of the main levels. Yeah, other people have said that too. And on their recommendation, I went, you know, I played like blast processing, I know how to say words, and then Geometrical Dominator, which I didn't beat because I'm bad, but that was a nice little break. But I figured I'd maybe return to this and see if I could at least beat it on practice mode, which I can't. Like, if this level was just this segment, I still couldn't beat it. Because here's fine, and then I did it again. You're not supposed to jump in that. I know that because I said it like 8 times, and I've died there like 7. Sure. Whatever. Thought I had that. Sigh. Alright, do I just start putting a checkpoint everywhere? Even the place, no, like, there's fine, I guess, because, you know, the timing won't be weird for missing that, and we'll just probably... Oh, that's right. That's what happens if you go the other way. I feel like that's harder. I feel like that's a lot harder. again, I keep on. So how many times will it take us? Like 6,000 times to get past that blue thing once for real? Just trying to estimate it. But there, you know, so that's good. We know we can get to like 91% if we just drift off there, if we ever get there for real. And that'll make it look like we did better than we did, which is very important. There won't be any documentary evidence to dispute it. That part's so much harder than when you get flung at it from underneath, because you can't see it really. When you're doing it this way, it's already like centered on the orbs that you're going to be coming at. And I guess, you know, you don't have to reorient yourself at all because you're already in the process of being flung. When will I stop? Maybe never. What? What? I guess it's supposed to fall down there? Whoops. And you get like a nice 96% by failing that way. Clicked the orb too late. Got it. Well, that'll be like another 1,000 attempts before I can click the orb right and do all the other stuff right. Yeah, I could beat this someday. An infinite amount of me sitting in a room will eventually beat this level. It's not like some of the ones that I'll never beat. I could beat it. I mean, I don't know if I ever will, but I could. Maybe. I mean, I'm not demonstrating that right now. A person who can't even go 3% in a row on a practice run. But an infinite amount of me would have that problem only a finite amount of times. I think we can take a lot of comfort in that. Or not, as you prefer. That was pretty bad. That was pretty bad too. It's so much harder going the non-coin route. It's not though, right? We die to something else that's more dramatic on the coin route, which is doing that thing at the wrong angle. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I don't know how any of this works. This game is passing me by. I mean, even if I beat this level, it won't be because I'm like good enough to beat it. It'll just be a fluke. Even if I beat this level on like number 10,000, it would probably take me another 10,000 to beat it again. Like what? It's not gonna go well. So maybe it exists in other levels, but I don't remember it where like you could like click on an orb and get it wrong. Basically every level that I've ever been in before this that I remember, besides like the hard ones people send me to troll. Like if you hit an orb that you're supposed to hit, it just, you know, it works. But here that is not the case at all. And I don't think that's it's gonna serve me very well. And then it just rolls down there for the final several percent. That's funny. Alright. So, I mean, it's not gonna happen. But there's no point in going back into practice mode without at least hacking out a couple of attempts, right? As I die to the very, very obvious fake. I mean, there's a fake there that's even more obvious, but what are you gonna do? At least the color scheme is pleasant. Equip, you're describing buffering to me. Yeah, the thing is that I know it's important. I can only make myself do it for very, very specific circumstances, like if nothing else literally will work. Because every time I try to just do it casually, I die. I'm like really bad. You'll hear me say that, but I think you don't appreciate it. But no, just like I don't understand how I'm supposed to be doing it, or I just execute it badly. But every time where I'm like, I'm gonna try to do buffering, I just jump when I'm not supposed to, and then I die. Hey, not never. Yes, I do remember you. However, every time you ask me that again, I'm going to ignore it. Okay? Deal. Because I remember that you've asked me that before, and so do you. Which means I remember you. You're free to talk to me, just not free to ask me that question anymore. If you say I'll get better at buffering in the future, maybe. Crashed again. My best run is 47%. That was several days ago, though. We finished up on a practice run. Man, practice is so hard to say. I mean, it isn't, but you can imagine what it would be like if it was. We finished up on a practice run earlier, but I think maybe like 5,000 attempts from start to beat it, maybe even more. So right now we've only tried it, you know, about 1,600 times. Almost all of those are in practice. Those attempts count. Maybe 100 of those were like laughing or raging, which don't count. But still, you know, I don't know. I'm sure we'll get to like 5,000 or so attempts before we get anywhere decent on it. I do not have a lot of confidence. I think we can beat it eventually. I just don't think we'll beat it, you know, quickly. Uh, So if we can just get through this, nope, we can't. We can't just get through this. Sigh. But you know what I'm gonna say. At least the map has a great color scheme. Oh, come on. Alright. I have just looked at the clock and I have to go to bed. I've got work in the morning. Disregard all the time-sensitive information if you're watching in the past. So, last run. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Really hope you enjoyed me failing repeatedly at Geometry Dash. It's been fun, you know, constantly grappling with my defeatist nature. But let's see if we can deliver on a new personal best here. Oh yeah, now we're talking. Considerably further than we've ever been, and we crash out right there. 72%. Magnificent, you know, not bad, right? I mean, it is bad. It is bad because we died right there where we die all the time, but it still feels good. You know, yeah, you guys say good progress. I think good progress, too. I feel fine about that. I definitely feel better than if I had not ended up like that and we had done all of that work and not getting any further. So, hooray! Bye not never, bye Q, bye Quip, bye Clever, whatever. Bye Bouncy, bye Potato. Bye everyone. Appreciate you hanging out. Good night. And you know, there will be more geometry dashing in the future. And yep, perhaps I will see you around.